Hello, good morning.
Hello, very good morning, Kim.
How are you?
I am really great. And how are you?
Totally good.
Yeah,
All ready for the day?
yeah, I am all ready for today. Yeah, and I also like started uh writing down my mistakes so that I don't lose a track of it.
That's great. You're putting all your heart and soul into it. I think you're what I can infer is you're putting your heart and soul into everything. So you're not going to leave anything in your life, whatever you put your hand into.
Yeah, I want to make best out of it.
That's great. Amazing. So shall we begin with the session document, or do you want to discuss something else, or if you have anything in mind?
Yeah, like anything works for me. I'm not that great with when it comes to fashion, but I'm okay with any topic. Yeah,
Well, then let's give it a try because let's test you then.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so what comes to your mind when I speak the word fashion? When I say fashion, what's the first thing that just strikes you?
Uh, so the first thing that strikes me when I heard the term fashion is the way I evolved. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
During my school days, I used to be a very odd kid who don't have any style sense, any hair cutting sense, and also I used to outshirt my dress. I didn't wear a proper uniform,
Oh,
and I was very shy kid. And then uh, during my PUC, like higher education,
mm-hmm.
11th, 12th standard. In 11th standard, my sister was married when I was in 11th. So there was an engagement function at 11th. So she asked me a gift to
Mm-hmm.
like to only that day I have to cut my hair as she wants, and I have to wear the clothes that she will provide me. So from that day, I saw my photographs in her wedding, and I saw a different personality. Uh, so from there, my style sense began, and today I'm pretty decent at it. And I think the way I look myself ultimately matters a lot because that's the way I will be looking the world as well. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very important to have a self love on ourselves, and in order to do that
Mm-hmm.
we should be the best version of ourselves in case of fashion, in case of anything, even in case of communication, communicating in English fluently, even that is one aspect of it.
Right. Totally. Well, one point was very stressful, I would say, and very important too. That we should have that self love. We should practice self love because no matter what clothes you wear, the most expensive jewelries you buy, and the biggest crowns you own, but it all comes to owning yourself first, being confident in your own skin, and only then can you reflect it outside.
Yeah,
So, have you ever seen any fashion magazine or any fashion show?
yeah, I've been into a lot of fashion store, and
You've been to fashion
uh,
shows?
yeah, in the past, like there I didn't used to buy any fashion items. I used to buy that toys which they sell.
In fashion shows?
Yeah, in fashion store they also sell that small cars and all,
Oh,
which they
now
will
I'm
not
more curious. Like,
advertise.
what exactly? I've not been to a fashion show, so could you begin with what exactly happens in a fashion show and how things go around and how does it end?
Sorry, fashion. No, 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 no. I didn't go to any fashion show. I heard it as fashion store.
Okay, I've said show, fashion show. Have you ever
Yeah.
watched a fashion show or on TV or gone through some magazines? That's what I meant. I was amazed. Oh my
Like,
God, this person's been to fashion shows. That's amazing.
no, I just
Okay.
watched it and I don't understand it that they come walking in a weird manner and all will keep looking at them and they will get some like a spotlight. And
Mm.
I think there was a birthday celebration
Mm.
uh, when I was in around ninth and 10th standard. There was
Mhm.
some birthday celebration of our relative, and there they called some of the people on the stage, and even I was one of them. And they told me to act as a girl and act as a there is a fashion show going on and how you would walk.
Oh,
So that was one of the um, embarrassing
interesting.
embarrassing thing I did.
Well, I think there's no
Like everyone
none.
were laughing at me.
Yes, that was obvious. That was an inevitable situation that would have definitely arisen out of it. But what's your experience been when you go to buy your own clothes, and what's your thing in mind when you go to buy any fashion, anything?
So yeah, I think girls are very good at choosing their clothes and very selective, picky. But I am a kind of person who goes to any shop, and even though I don't plan to buy anything, I end up buying many things which catches my attention, and that's why I avoid going to such stores because if there is something like shining for my eyes, I will prefer buying them.
So well, then the fashion industry is already winning in this game. That means you say they've already conquered your
Yeah, it's
attention
already.
totally.
Yeah, they have conquered. When I go to any big bazaar, city center, like those malls,
Mm.
whenever I go inside such a shop, I end up buying at least one. That's why I avoid going to those places.
So do you shop alone, or do you take someone's advice and then go to shop, or along with someone?
Uh, I think I shop alone because when I earlier I used to shop with my mom, shop with my sister, but now my sister is married and she can't come with me, and my mom will be in office and even she is busy. So when I go outing with my friends, when they shop, even I go to shop, and we end up buying a lot of things which are not required for us.
That's interesting again. Nice. Well, yeah, so when it comes to fashion, it becomes a big choice because fashion industry is selling out its ideas and advertising in such a on such a humongous scale, I'd say,
Hmm.
because that's how it's a billion-dollar industry. That's how it has evolved as a billion-dollar industry, especially starting from the West, and that's how it spread its idea globally, coming
Hmm.
through the MNCs to various countries, and especially in India too now when people go to buy, it's their gimmicks and advertising, certain discount offers which people often fail to understand at times, 20% plus 50% also. It's very smart way of selling their things. People think that okay, we're getting an additional percentage off, but again they don't realize that they're getting it on a reduced amount. So that's very
And I
smart.
also noticed the similar pattern in one of the online purchase. They were advertising that it cost $16.50 a month, and when I was about to like get that subscription because it was offering too much for that price. Uh, so what happened is if you are buying that subscription for 1 month, it costs $50.
Mm,
If you
yeah.
buy all the 12 months at once, it will cost $16.50. So I think they are very clever when advertising these things, and we need to be very careful while getting into such things.
Yes. Absolutely. That's how again advertising industry again is a billion-dollar industry because it is running all other industries. Whenever it
Yeah.
comes to showcasing yourself, again you have to run an ad. You have to go to social media. You have to use this. You have to use that. Again, you're investing money into the ad industry. So yeah, right from fashion we went on to ad industry. Okay. So whatever it is, like ramp walks and modeling shows and fashion shows, they're expensive ones. But I came across this movie. What's the name? The Devil Wears Prada. So one idea that I got from this movie is, since it was based on fashion, that the girl, the protagonist, was a very simple living girl. She was just a writer in a magazine, and she went on to become so obsessed with fashion. And that's when she questioned that why is this being such a buzz? Why is this fashion industry such a buzz? And why are you so bothered about my clothes? So she said, the protagonist or the fashion editor, magazine editor, said that it's not your whatever colored sweater you're wearing is because it's where is it coming from? It's coming from the fashion industry and the ideas that are created back and through the fashion shows that various designers portray. So this is something that I too realized. It was eye-opening for me too, because yeah, we don't bother and we just shrug it away, saying that, oh, why are they wasting time and their hectic schedules they are doing every day just in the name of fashion.
They
So
are
yeah, that's how.
finally like understanding human behavior, and like yeah, there is so much going on in the back end. Even I have come across a crime series where like the the fashion designer was like murdered in that.
Mhm.
But that's not the main thing. That fashion designer like used to work a lot. Like we think
Mm,
that they earn 50 lakhs, 1 crore for such a small
yeah,
design, but the hard work she put into is that
absolutely.
is more than what she is getting paid.
Yeah, they work relentlessly. Crazy. They're literally crazy for the designs.
and
Okay.
and it is full of uncertainty.
Yes, it is. Indeed, it is. Definitely. So I'll quickly come to the feedback and then we may continue, okay, if we're left with time.
Right.
So uh, I'll begin with a couple of words. Could you pronounce this in the chat box?
Mal,
Mall.
mall, okay, mall.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
And one more. This is a word mentioned in the session document just for the sake of fad.
Fad, fad.
Fad, yeah. A style or activity which becomes popular for a particular period of time, like bell bottoms were a fad during the 70s, you can say. Like it becomes a fad, or maybe you could say that coaching industry is a fad for now.
I think blooming is the alternative for this. Blooming.
Blooming is something which is growing. Blooming is synonymous with growing, right? When a flower blooms, it's at its peak. But fad is related to something which is, going on in trend, which is trendy for a short period of time. Like everybody's talking about it, or it is going, or it is very popular.
It is trending.
Yeah. Again, this is the repetition, but I'll keep pointing it out till you correct it.
Birthday, birthday.
Birthday or birthday. Okay.
Birthday,
Yeah.
birthday.
Next one is about again the verb form that we use with I, they. Whenever we talk about I, they, always the plural form of the verb, like I have done, they have done it, they or I, or we can say I go somewhere. So the sentence that was there, that I have to wear the clothes she will provide to me. So this was about the past again. You were talking about her engagement, and instead of saying that she will provide me, I had to wear the clothes that she, yeah, I had to wear the clothes that my sister provided to me or that she gave to me. Okay?
Mhm.
Instead of saying that she will provide, because that again is indicative of the future. Who don't have any fashion sense? Engagement at 11th class. Like engagement at. Now, when you're talking about a particular thing in the past, so it happened in the past. So engagement when I was in class 11. You were in class 11. You weren't at class 11. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is what was this? And there, my style sense begins. Again, it was in the past when you were talking about that's where my fashion sense began. Okay,
Begins.
that's when, yeah, or that you said it begins. So if you want to use begins, then you would most probably be saying it in a direct sense, like quotes and quotes. We say direct form of speech when we quote unquote. So
Mhm.
when we say this, and that's where my journey begins. But a better form of saying it, that's where my journey began. That's where my fashion sense began.